Hi everyone, this is Ryan Harper and I have an important message for you. What I'm going to share with you today has the power to completely transform your financial life. I'm going to teach you how to make a lot of money and do it safely by following a proven system and give you the one thing in life you crave the most: total financial freedom. I've developed a simple yet powerful system that can safely and ethically earn thousands of dollars per week. And that's just the beginning. This system has the power to unlock wealth that you've only dreamed about. It can help you fund that expensive vacation, pay down your debt, afford that big house, or even retire early. Before now, my system was only available to an elite few. And against the wishes of many, I've decided to release it to the public, to prove once and for all that my system has the ability to build wealth for anyone who follows it. You should know, I'm taking a lot of heat for doing this. There are many people who want me to keep the system under wraps, but I've chosen to reveal it to you now for one simple reason. Well, actually two reasons. First, I want to help others achieve the same success that I've had. And second, I'm on a mission to create a new breed of millionaires. To many, becoming a millionaire might sound impossible, but if I could teach you how to use my system to make thousands of dollars per week, would you begin to believe it might actually be possible? This system has the power to create wealth for anyone. And the best part is, it's incredibly easy to get started. In fact, by the end of this short video, I'm going to show you how you can use my system to start making money today. But before we begin, let me tell you a little bit about myself and how this system changed my life. You see, I had an epiphany a few years ago when I realized that the path I was currently on wasn't going to be a long-term path to happiness. Money was tight, bills were piling up, and I hated my job. Maybe you can relate. The only things I actually enjoyed were sports, playing fantasy football, and the occasional game of blackjack. Having grown up in Las Vegas, I was certainly no stranger to a card table. Surrounded by all the glitz and glamour and watching all that money changing hands, I became obsessed with finding a way to beat the house. Several times a week I'd go downtown, attempting to turn a few $100 into a few hundred more. And believe it or not, I was actually able to make a meager living as a full-time card player. Blackjack became my game of choice. Grinding it out day by day, I began beating the odds, winning small but strategic bets while slowly building up my bankroll. And I mean, slowly. See, the problem was my strategy never allowed me to make the big score. Sure, I could steadily earn a few $100s a day, but that really just amounted to fun money. Every day continued to be a struggle. Bills kept piling up, and by the end of each month, I was dead broke. I realized very quickly that I needed a new game plan. Something that could help me transition from making fun money to life-changing money. And that's when I began to set my sights on the stock market. Like many of you, I dreamed of hitting it big. Remember the movie Wall Street? I thought I was going to be the next Gordon Gekko. And as you can probably guess, it didn't really work out that way. At least, not at first. See, when it came to investing in the stock market, I didn't exactly have beginner's luck. I had terrible luck. After losing my shirt on a few bad investments, I began to realize that I needed a specific strategy that I could follow. A system that could give me a strategic advantage over the competition. And then it dawned on me. What if it were possible to take the same strategy I was using to grind it out at the blackjack table and apply it to the stock market? You see, just like blackjack, I realized that there needs to be a specific strategy with every market play. When to play your hand, when to go all in, and most importantly, when to walk away. And if blackjack requires a combination of both luck and skill, I soon discovered that the trick to making huge profits in the financial markets was by mastering the luck. I began to look at the stock market as just a game, in which money was simply the means of keeping score. And that's when my luck began to change. In just a few short months, I was consistently picking winning stocks, beating the house odds over and over again and again, experiencing win after win. And almost overnight, my life began to change for the better. Let me ask you a question. Would you like to quit your job? Or maybe pay off all your debt, or even retire early? All of these became a reality for me at the age of 30, when I was finally free to live the life I had always imagined. And I want the same thing for you. Alright, are you ready to find out how my system works? I've perfected a system that pinpoints small companies with groundbreaking products that can soar 100%, 300%, even 1000% plus. Perfected over a decade, the system is designed to take the guesswork out of picking winning stocks. And no matter what the market conditions are, it still works. Bull market or bear market, it doesn't matter. My ability to identify market patterns to find the biggest trading opportunities that other investors don't see is second to none. Let me break it down this way. Are you familiar with fantasy football sites like DraftKings and FanDuel? Every week, millions of people are putting money on the line, hoping that their fantasy picks are going to hit big and land the $1 million prize. But most people are either picking the way too obvious blue chip players with nominal value, or frankly have no system at all and are just hoping to get lucky. That's not a winning formula. The real winners of fantasy football, blackjack, or even the stock market all have one thing in common. They follow a system that gives them an advantage over the competition. They're actually betting against the so-called experts and Jim Cramer types, relying on specific formulas that identify hidden value picks. I'll let you in on a little secret. All the people winning weekly cash games, fantasy football, blackjack, even the stock market, are choosing undervalued plays and taking calculated risks. They stay away from the obvious pick, and more often than not, it's these same individuals that rack up win after win. And if you think they're just getting lucky, you couldn't be more wrong. Consider the World Championship of Poker. How is it that the same 5 or 6 guys always seem to end up at the final table nearly every year? Think about it. Phil Ivey, Johnny Chan, Doyle Brunson, Johnny Moss, Stu Unger. What do they have in common? All of them have consistently defied the odds and ended up at the final table of the World Series of Poker numerous times, many of them winning multiple WSOP championships. Are they just the luckiest guys in all of Las Vegas? Of course not. The reason they continue to defy the odds is because they have mastered the luck. And the same thing can be said about the most successful investors. They follow a system that helps them beat the house, giving them a strategic advantage over the competition. And because of this, they're able to identify the hidden gems and undiscovered companies in the stock market that no one else can see. At Fantasy Stock Pro, I pride myself on giving members the best tools, the best information, and the best stock picks in the industry. As someone that has beat the odds in Vegas for nearly a decade, I have perfected a system that identifies breakout stocks before they make substantial moves. Now, these are not companies that you'll hear about from the talking heads on CNBC. In fact, many of these stocks have the potential to move 500 to 1,000% before you will ever hear about them from the so-called TV experts. And the best part is, my system does all the hard work for you. All you have to do is place your bets. Alright, are you ready to take this journey with me on the path to financial freedom? Then let's get started. I'm going to share a series of real stock picks in the exact same order that I made back in 2014. You're going to see how it was possible to turn just $500 into $500,000 in only 5 trades. Now, picture a low-priced, undervalued pharmaceutical stock with breakout potential. Elite Pharmaceuticals, or ELTP, was a pharma stock that I followed closely towards the end of 2013 that few investors had noticed. With new clinical trials on the horizon and a positive outlook for Q4, I was confident that ELTP could see a windfall of profits. On January 2nd, I immediately alerted members of ELTP in my weekly Fantasy Stock Picks report. With a share price of just 12 cents, it was a fantastic bargain play. Over the next 2 months, what we experienced was nothing short of amazing. And it was only the beginning. ELTP blew their numbers out of the water. In addition, the company was given the green light to begin Phase 3 trials for their abuse-resistant products. Combine this with the intellectual property rights to these trials, and you had the makings of a profit monster. By March 5th, ELTP hit a high of 97 cents, providing an enormous 708% gain for members. By the time we put in our sell order around 90 cents, our initial investment of $500 had turned into a whopping $3,749.40. With that kind of money, members could literally walk out of an Apple store with not only a brand new MacBook, but a new iPhone, iWatch, iPad, and Apple TV. But why stop at a few $1,000s? A new iPhone would be nice, but financial freedom is what we're really after at Fantasy Stock Pro. The smart investor thinks to themselves, how can I reinvest this money to make even more? And the answer is, you double down. But only with house money. Let me explain. Fantasy Stock Pro members are encouraged to take out their initial $500 investment and put it right back in the bank. By only using house money, you are more free to take the necessary risks required to build wealth. It's the same principle successful card players use at the casinos. This way, you're able to use maximum leverage while taking limited risk, letting your winnings compound exponentially. The key to our success is using my system to find undervalued stocks with low entry points under $1 that showcase maximum profit potential. And that is exactly what we found in our next fantasy stock pick. Mobile payment solutions became a trending headline in the markets last year, so I sought out an undervalued payment company as our next pick. I came across Global Payout Inc., GOHE, which offers electronic payment solutions in the $3 trillion e-commerce market. The company believed that 2014 would be a breakout year in sales revenue, new contracts, and clients for GOHE. As shares of GOHE broke the 20 cents barrier, I immediately issued a breakout alert to members on March 11th. And as is the trend with most of our alerts, our timing could not have been more perfect. Shortly after my initial email and text alert, GOHE announced that they had signed a new agreement and also expanded their payment gateway internationally. By March 20th, GOHE hit a high of 41 cents, providing an easy 85% gain for members in less than 2 weeks. By the time we put in our sell orders, our reinvestment of $3,250 had doubled into $6,486.61. With momentum and good fortune on our side, I intended to keep the hot streak alive and immediately looked for another all-in play. And I didn't have to wait very long. I soon came across a manufacturing company trading at 10 cents that produces the liquid found in vaporizers and e-cigarettes. On March 27, 2014, I sent out an alert to members of our next double down play, and once again was right on the money. You see, a huge part of our success is discovering undervalued companies in emerging markets, and GLLA fit the bill perfectly. E-cig sales were on fire, expected to climb 25% annually, while tobacco cigarette sales were in decline. We seized the opportunity for huge gains. Over the next 2 months, GLLA absolutely soared. Positive financials, a breakthrough product, and a hot sector is almost always a recipe for success. And we were enjoying another huge win. By May 21st, 2014, GLLA hit a high of 35 cents, providing a monster 250% gain for members. 61,777 shares of GLLA bought at 10.5 cents would balloon to a ridiculous $21,621.95. Enough money to buy a new car. With $21,600, members could pay for a new Honda, Jeep, or Hyundai in cash. And as you're probably now catching on, we didn't stop there. Now, before I show you what happened with our next pick, I want to make this as clear as possible. Fantasy Stock Pro is not just for professional traders. I designed the system to be as simple as possible, even if you've never traded a stock before in your life. All you need to get started is a basic brokerage account and my once-in-a-lifetime membership. My system will do all the heavy lifting for you. All you have to do is place your bets. If you're new to trading, I'll show you how to sign up for a standard trading account and how to place a simple trade. It's as easy as logging into your online bank account. And remember, if you become a Fantasy Stock Pro subscriber today, there's no waiting. You can start profiting from your very first pick. Okay, now let's rewind the clock once again so I can show you what happened with our fourth pick in the $500 to $500,000 challenge. For those who made a ton of cash from GLLA, it was now time to double down and reinvest those profits into stock number 4. Remember, our GLLA winnings were enough to pay for a brand new car in cash, but I wanted to see just how far this money could go. After sitting out of the market for a month, waiting for the next big opportunity, I finally came across a ticker that ended up becoming our biggest play of the summer. Medical cannabis laws sparked huge debates in both the private and public sector in 2014, and also created a number of new business opportunities. I knew there was huge market potential for early adopters of this controversial but highly profitable sector. Medical Cannabis Inc., MCPI, was one of the first companies to seize such an opportunity, and I was hooked. By early July, Washington State had legalized marijuana, and MCPI didn't waste any time grabbing market share. On July 15th, Medical Cannabis Inc. signed a letter of intent to purchase a dispensary in Tacoma, and followed up that news by announcing a new dispensary payment system for the marketplace. I knew that momentum was building quickly, so I sent a stock alert to members on July 16th, letting them know about Medical Cannabis Inc. The next month, we experienced a profit bonanza. MCPI continued to race up the charts all summer. and even announced they would be opening multiple medical cannabis stores in Washington state. By August 13th, MCPI hit a high of $1.14, providing a massive 533% gain for members. 120,121 shares of MCPI bought at 18 cents and sold at an average of $1.02 would net an unbelievable $122,523 profit. That was enough money to buy both a house and a car, and all because of a small $500 initial investment. Now, before I show you the results of our final stock pick, let me ask you a question. What if I could guarantee that you'll make money with the system? I know what you're thinking. Ryan, you can't possibly guarantee your members' success, can you? Well, actually, in a way, I can. You see, I believe so strongly in my system that I'm going to up the ante by offering a 60-day money-back guarantee. If for any reason you're unhappy with your membership in the first 8 weeks, send me an email and I'll refund your entire membership fee. No questions asked. That's my way of guaranteeing your success. If you aren't happy with the results, I'll refund your purchase and we'll part as friends. I have no interest in wasting your time or my own. Life is just too short. I want to focus all my energy on helping regular people experience the same financial success that I have. And that's why I want you to become my next success story. See, I've set a goal for myself. I want to use my exclusive system to help create 25 new millionaires in the next 12 months. But I can't do it without your help. You know the old expression, you can lead a horse to water? Well, unfortunately, it's true in this case. You see, I can lead you on the path to success, but I can't force you to take action. Only you can decide that it's time to make a change. What I can promise you is this. If you're ready to start your journey on the road to success, I'll be with you every step of the way. I want you to think of me as your signal caller. I'm going to provide you with all the research and information you'll need to be successful. All you have to do is wait for my email or text alert with the recommended stock and place your bets. That's it. My system does the legwork, you collect the profits. And it won't cost you thousands of dollars to start. For a limited time, I'm offering a lifetime membership for a one-time fee of $97. Now, you're probably asking yourself, how can a system that has the power to make thousands of dollars a week cost just $97? Excellent question. The truth is, it does cost more. Much more. I spent tens of thousands of dollars over many years perfecting the system. Frankly, it's cost me a small fortune. But with the success I've been able to have over the last few years, it's paid for itself 100 times over. And that is why I can offer it to you now for just $97. You see, it was important to me that I price Fantasy Stock Pro as low as I possibly could, so that anyone that has the sincere desire to change their life can afford to do so. I understand that not everyone has thousands of dollars set aside for an opportunity like this. That elite group of guys I mentioned earlier, sure, they have that kind of money, which is why they are absolutely furious that I'm practically giving my system away for free. And that's exactly why I wanted to release it to the public, so that regular people would have the same opportunity to achieve success as those Ivy League hotshots on Wall Street. At just $97 for a lifetime membership, now anyone can afford to start making serious money with Fantasy Stock Pro. But there is a catch. Because I'm offering a lifetime membership at such a low price, I'll be closing the doors to new members when I've reached capacity. No, this is not some cheesy sales gimmick. The truth is, I am only one man. I don't have a fancy office and a bunch of eager assistants at my beck and call. It's just me. And a one-time fee of $97 doesn't exactly allow me to hire a staff of people to assist me. Sure, if I was charging thousands of dollars for the system, I could easily afford to hire all the employees I would need to help me handle the workload. But that would defeat the entire purpose, wouldn't it? Remember, the whole point is to allow for regular people like you and me the opportunity to change their financial future. So here's the deal. In order to make sure I'm able to provide timely responses and email support to my members, I'll be forced to limit the number of new members to Fantasy Stock Pro. I simply won't have the time I need to research our next fantasy stock pick if I'm spending all day responding to emails because I have too many members. And that's why there's absolutely no time to waste. If you're serious about becoming a member of Fantasy Stock Pro, I would encourage you to sign up immediately, before it's too late. If you're ready to get started now, you can lock in your lifetime membership to Fantasy Stock Pro by pressing on the button below at any time during this video. Okay, now let's see what happened with our final fantasy stock pick. For my final pick, I really wanted to find a green energy stock that was market focused with the potential for a huge run in the short term. And it didn't take long. When ticker SOPW came across my screen, I knew instantly it was a great opportunity. SOPW is a global provider of PV solutions for business, residential, government, and utility customers. Simply put, they sell solar panels. Based out of China, I'd never seen a solar company move so fast. They were entering multiple markets and also acquiring many of their competitors. With the value of its common stock increasing 128% over the past month, I knew that the time to act was now. SOPW had built a healthy base around 0.70 over the past 2 weeks. And although it was a bit higher than I preferred, the stock really looked like it had the potential to reach $2, maybe even $3. SOPW was gaining quickly, so I alerted members on August 19th to immediately add this play to their watch lists. A solid entry point of 62 cents was the low that day. In a short span, SOPW continued to gain market recognition, announced solar PV projects all over the world, and entered into a number of purchase agreements. We sat in amazement as the stock broke $1 in early September, and couldn't believe it when it broke $2 a month later. When SOPW hit a high of $2.95, all I could do was tip my hat to the big dealer in the sky and count my blessings, because I knew that so many members had finally reached their lifetime goals. By October 24th, SOPW hit a high of $2.95, providing a mind-numbing 353% gain for members. 188,496 shares of SOPW bought at 65 cents and sold at an average of $2.66 on October 25th would net a life-changing $501,399.36 profit. $500,000 was certainly enough to buy a house, a car, and finally have the financial freedom that many people can only dream about. Now, keep in mind, all this was possible with an initial investment of just $500. If you had started with $750 instead of $500, you would have made a massive $750,000 profit. And an initial $1,000 investment would have turned into an insane $1 million profit. Well, I hope by now I've been able to show you the power of using a system to achieve wealth. Could you imagine making $500,000 to $1 million in the next 12 months? How would it change your life? Imagine being able to pay off your debt, or even buy that new house you had your eye on. Maybe take that dream vacation you've been putting off for so long. All of these things can be possible for you if you're willing to step out of your comfort zone and into your future. It's time to say yes to success. Now, before I go, let me just take 2 minutes to quickly tell you how my system works and what you can expect when you become a member of Fantasy Stock Pro. I use a proprietary software platform that scans over 10,000 actively trading stocks across multiple markets in real time. Using certain key criteria, my system is usually able to identify between 2 to 4 fantasy stock picks per month. Sometimes more, sometimes less. Remember, I'm only searching for stocks that have the potential to see staggering gains. So it's important not to get caught up with how many stock picks you'll receive each month. Would you rather receive 5 stock picks that gain a measly 15% or 20% each? Or 1 pick that gains 750%? Exactly. With Fantasy Stock Pro, we'll focus on quality over quantity and only consider stocks that have massive gain potential. Remember, this is a lifetime membership, not a monthly one. We have all the time in the world to find only the best stocks to invest in. On average, you'll receive 1 email per week with our newest fantasy stock pick inside. This email will include all of my research, as well as my specific reasoning as to why I believe the stock could be poised for a massive rally. All you have to do is place your bets. There's absolutely no research necessary on your part. No homework. All you have to do is be ready to take action. I'll do the heavy lifting. You collect the profits. My system specializes in discovering undervalued stocks with very specific catalysts that haven't even been priced in by the market. It's these undiscovered catalysts that have the power to send a stock absolutely soaring, producing life-changing gains. We're talking 100%, 300%, even 500% plus. And every once in a while, we'll even hit what I call a 10-bagger, a 1,000 plus gainer. It's these massive percentage gains that have the power to compound your wealth exponentially. As an added bonus, I'll also add you to my exclusive text alert service absolutely free. My text alert service allows me to send a text straight to your phone so you know immediately when we have a new pick. This way, you don't have to be sitting in front of your computer all day. I promise I will keep your information private, and you will only receive a text alert from me when it's time to take action. I will also include my Fantasy Stock Pro Quick Start Guide to help you get set up and ready to profit as soon as you sign up. This guide will show you how to set up an online trading account for those of you that are new to trading, as well as how to place a basic trade. Remember, I didn't design Fantasy Stock Pro for professional traders. This system can work for anyone, regardless of your level of experience, education, or current financial situation. If you have the desire to become wealthy and can follow a simple system, you have everything you need to acquire life-changing wealth. And maybe the system is not just for you. Maybe you want to provide a better life for your family, to afford a new home, or be able to save for your kids' college fund. All of these things can be possible for you if you're willing to commit to following my simple yet proven system. Listen, I was just like you. I know what it's like to struggle. I know what it's like to wonder how I'm going to provide for my family, to put food on the table, fill up the gas tank, or make rent at the end of the month. Maybe life has dealt you a series of bad hands. Maybe you've got bills stacked to the ceiling or debt that you don't know how you're ever going to pay off. Maybe a medical emergency has set you back. I may not know your exact situation, but here's what I do know. The only person who has the power to change your situation is you. Sometimes you have to take a risk to put yourself into a position to succeed. Sometimes you just have to step out of your comfort zone. Every successful person I know has taken calculated risks to get where they are. And yes, sometimes they needed a little luck too. But I can tell you this, successful people make their own luck. Do you think that the 9 guys sitting at the final table at the World Series of Poker are there by chance? I don't. They earned that spot because they took systematic risks along the way. They knew when to hold, when to fold, and when to go all in. They made their own luck. The weekend warriors consistently winning cash games in fantasy sports aren't guessing which players to use. It's a game of skill and a little luck based on a winning system. It's time for you to step out of your comfort zone and step into something that can change your life forever. It's time for you to make your own luck. My system of finding the most undervalued stocks in the marketplace is unlike any other, giving regular people an opportunity to change their financial future. So if you're ready to change your life forever, you can start by clicking on the button below. And remember, you have absolutely nothing to lose. With my 8-week money-back guarantee, I've taken all the risk off the table for you. And by offering you a lifetime membership, there's no limit to how much money you can make. Don't let this opportunity pass you by. I promise, you'll be kicking yourself if you don't take action now. There's absolutely no reason for you to walk away empty-handed. If you're ready to begin making money today, click on the button below and let's start your journey together. This is Ryan Harper signing off, and I'll see you on the other side. Get started with Fantasy Stock Pro today for just $97. Click below to secure your lifetime membership now.